So, I forget what season this is. All I know is we've been playing for a long time. It's the 2013-2014 season. The last thing that we looked to do was to be rather aggressive with the red shirt process, and we are going to risk it. Now's the time to do it. So we have 4 red shirt freshmen at this point, including the now renamed NCAA sanctions, Little Richard, I Like Big Butts, and boom, Thunder Sticks. It's really more Thunder Sticks. Again, it's a bit of a risk, but I think it's worth it because the development of these players will get them for that full 4 years. So it's time to find out whether or not we can get away with this. There is a chance that all 4 of these guys say fuck you and they leave, which would be pretty devastating. And if we get to that point, then we can debate going back to the save file at that point. But for now, I think the program is kind of at the point where we might have the clout to be able to properly risk this. At least I hope. Congratulations, Coach! Your team has been invited to the 2013 Puerto Rico Tip-Off. Tournament tips off this year on November 21st at the El Coliseo in Puerto Rico. Be honored to have the Maine Black Bears participate. I will participate. Thank you. I'm honored. So the season preview. We are apparently the best team in the America East Conference. However, there's no shit team. There is no shit team. So that's a little bit concerning. This is a pretty tough division, but we are apparently the best on paper. We got 139 points in the budget with 5 available scholarships. Awesome. We are projected to be the #1 team in the conference as well. So some pressure on us. We need to prioritize power forwards and just forwards in general. For the team roster, you would have seen it already. Starting center, we got Gunther Steiner. And in general, let's go ahead. I can't sort here, so we'll look at the team afterwards. In terms of customizing the schedule, we'll just leave it. Although, for the love of God, we have Georgetown. It's a 3-star schedule. We'll just leave it. Preseason training. Always tough, but again, I think we just go 25 across the board. And just look for general improvements. We are going to focus... We're going to go 65-35 towards the starters to try and increase our chances of winning more games. So the initial recruits. Here is the big moment. We actually have 0 players from our own state right now. So here's the situation. Might we maybe possibly have some actual good players who are interested right out of the gates? Let's find out. So in terms of highest interest... It is a bunch of 2-stars. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it could be better. What about high? 1 star, 1 star. Oh no. An extra 2-star. Alright. It's not looking like we're going to get any crazy 3 or 4-star dudes. Unfortunately. Yeah, there's no 3 or 4-star dudes that even have interest. So we're going to prioritize those 2 stars. And there's no centers available. That is okay. We do need to prioritize pretty much the guys that you see here. So the power forwards, the small forwards. I mean, that's literally who's interested, and that's literally what we need. Interesting. Interesting. We'll go back over to high. There was 1 power forward. There's 1 2-star point guard, Marcus Manning, who's not really that good. It's pretty much all we got. I mean, at this point, we kind of know we just have to prioritize who we can actually get. So those will be the initial recruits. Let's do this. Let's do this. Again, we made the tournament for the first time last season. And maybe, just maybe, that is the start of something special for us. A new alumni challenge. Win the home opener as always, and we will get a new point. Cam, what's going on, man? Message center settings. Ugh. Here. At least we'll be able to hear a different ring. We won't hear the same fucking ring every time. Oh yeah, Georgetown we're going to lose to, but, you know, screw it. Why not leave it on the schedule type of thing? Switch back over to balance for the moment. So, our team, as it stands, again, at center, we got the two redshirt freshmen. I like big butts, and boom, Thundersticks. But of course, the two starters, Gunther Steiner, now a senior, a highest rated player at an 81, Fishy Python right behind him. The power forwards, you got 77 rated Biss Nasty, he's also a senior, alongside Crazy Monk. At forward, we only have two. It's Raptor Jesus, also a senior, and Sal Volcano's there. Shooting guard, you got red-shirted Little Richard, who is a 71. But obviously he wouldn't have been the starter. He would have been behind Bo Cruz. And then side whistle downspout is the backup. And a point guard, you've yeed your last ha. Alongside the option of Scrub McGruff, Wally McTally, who is our starter still, and the red-shirted NCAA sanctions. So, again, very aggressive with the red shirting, but we have our first, I believe our first 80-plus overall player. So, we're looking okay-ish. And now two-star. Son of a bitch. Let me go to school pride. All right, so we don't have any points yet. We have to earn one with that home opener. Let's go back over to recruitment. We have 139 points, but again, we have to be pretty damn cautious. We want to make sure that we have points left over. Also, there are now dudes on my short list who weren't here before. And I don't know why. It must have, like, auto-filled out the short list. Just in general, we want to make sure that we have points left in case we get to the end of the season and someone tries to leave. That way we can try to convince them to stay. So honestly, getting our business done early is a good idea. And yeah, unfortunately I wasn't aware of the autofill thing. But that's okay. I mean, even if I put 1 stars in there, we'd have to remove them too. So we do have some people on medium. So power forward, they are all 2 stars. Forward, same thing. And point guard's good as well. Okay. So again, power forward and small forward are our highest focus right now. The highest rated dude, Brian Winter, 89th in position rank. We do need to find out a little bit more about attributes to really find the best guy that we can here. How much is that going to cost? Alright. So we're not going to send a letter of interest yet. We are going to take our time and do an appropriate amount of research first to try to make sure that we actually get the best player of this bunch. And maybe somebody will be better than 2 stars. Cade, what's going on? Doing pretty good, man. I'm doing pretty good. No complaints. Alright, then small forward. Just take a look at everybody here. Whoops. Tim Howard, American hero. Got Doug Norton. And the last guy, Theo Poe. And then there were the 2 point guards that might be worth checking out, but they're not our top priority at all. Endo, thank you for the gifted, friendo. I didn't get a chance to check out the audio yet on that potential video. I will do that soon. Okay, so that is it for week 1. Is that group of players. Preseason tournament, we get to take on, oh god, St. John, isn't it? That's not great. That's not great. So first up, before we head to Puerto Rico, our first game of the season against the number 24 ranked team in the nation, the Georgetown Hoyas, who come up to Maine. Let's see what happens. I don't know if... Oh, my God. What a run to start the game, and then we blew it. I don't know if we'll be able to jump in to watch games, unfortunately. I think we'll save it for the biggest games, and we'll do the 5-minute halves like we did. Unfortunately, a really strong start, and then Georgetown woke the fuck up. And absolutely kicked the shit out of us. We'll never talk about that game again. Fucking oof. Must be Xavier. Ooh, all these different telephone rings. I love it. The Xavier. Indeed, the Musketeers. We are better than them. Should be able to get a win, and we don't. Nice 0-2 start. Not ideal. Obviously, we won't worry about the recruiting messages right now. Back over to recruiting in general. Okay, so the high school... Man, the fucking phone high school coach costs 9 points. It's just too much. It's just too damn expensive. 12 points for that guy. Yeah, it's going to be 12 points for everybody. Honestly, we might just have to wait until the 9 points or 12 points for everybody. I think we're just going to have to wait until we can start looking at the outright stats for these guys as they continue to play. And we'll just see if there's someone who's kind of head and shoulders above the rest. Because right now, yeah, nobody really does that. Third guy was 3 points. Unfortunately not. I think I went too far over. But, alright. Well, for now then, we will focus on the task at hand as we take on the Vandals. And fall to 0-3 on the season. Got St. John's next. They are a damn good team. And we lose to them. Head down to Puerto Rico or whatever. We take on Central Michigan. What a start to the season. Losing close games or not, being 0-5 is not what I had in mind. My goodness. Take on the Southern Miss Golden Eagles. We get our first win of the campaign, 78-74. So not the high-flying start. So the problem is, even if we do win the conference, our record might be bad enough that we're going to just be a 16th seed anyway. That's the issue. That is the concern. And we were going to get broadcasted games, and after a 4-game losing streak, they're saying, yep, this team isn't worth showing anymore. Also a bit of a problem. In terms of the recruiting database, we still haven't lost anybody. Is there anybody who's just standing out head and shoulders above the rest? 6 points a game for Burton. It's not amazing. 12 points a game for Fry. Okay. That's not bad. About Goldberg, 9 points a game for him so far. 6 rebounds, too. Okay, Fry's putting up points. Goldberg might be the more complete player. Mosley, an 8 and a 4. We got O'Donnell, 11, nearly 12 points a game. So we got some guys who are standing out. 3 blocks a game so far for Michael Sweeney. And then Brian Winter who was projected to be the best. Yeah. None of these guys are really jumping off the page. 9 points there for Abrams. Baldwin averaging 8 points a game. Tim Howard at 7. Norton, 13 points a game so far for Doug Norton. Theo Pope at 10. Mr. Norton, I am officially interested. Good start to the season, sir. 12 points per game for Haley, and then Manning. Ooh. Marcus Manning not looking that bad either. Marcus, I am intrigued. Start off that way. Also, just for the tournament bracket, yeah, we very much did not win. Very much did not win said tournament. We did lose to the eventual winner, though. All right, we got Florida Atlantic coming up. And I think just outright Iowa. And a team that has a hatchet. Some interesting logos. There has to be a way I can mute these fucking phones. But yeah, Florida Atlantic, that should be a massacre in our... You know, anytime we start to get some momentum. Does that count as a sound effect? Hopefully the phone counts as a sound effect. Fuck's sake. Alright, fuckers. Time to start playing up tempo. You better start working your ass off. If you're losing games, you should not be losing. It is indeed the Iowa Hawkeyes. We're going to get pooped on. Yep. And the Northern Arizona Lumberjacks. Because when I think of Lumberjacks, I think of Northern Arizona. We do end up beating them. So we are 2-7 so far in non-conference play. Fucking lovely. Well, still taking a slow and steady approach with most of our recruits, except it's showing John Haley as being up to 3 stars. So we are going to start making the push for point guard John Haley. No longer costs that much to get info on him either. Let's really make a strong push there for John Haley this week. Bowling Green next week. Bowling Green next week, huh? Because he's closer to maybe. Well, fair enough. If he's closer, it's fine. We fucking lost to Bowling Green again. Problem was, though, he wasn't my top target to begin with. We're 2-8 on the season. 2-8. Thought the game was about to freeze there. Haley is up to high interest now, which is lovely. Let's really push here for Haley since he's gone up to 3-star. We'll get the phone interview going. Honestly, we can review some game film too to find out a little bit more about him. Catcher, what's going on? Alright. We got the Rhode Island Rams. And the U this weekend. We do beat Rhode Island. Can we beat Miami? Yes, we do, by 1 point. So we're now 4-8 on the season. Not amazing. Hawks didn't even know that he did, so I totally missed that contract. All right, Haley wants to go pro after 1 season. Interesting. He's still worth going after, though. We do have him at high interest. I'd really like him to get up to highest. Just a little bit worried about how many points we'd be spending. Especially because that position isn't the highest of priority. I was hoping to see somebody else go up towards 3-star. That hasn't happened yet. Hawks, not a bad deal. Let's go for the head coach visit. Talk about playing time, because if he wants to go pro after 1 season, that should be good. So we're going to continue to prioritize Haley here. Oh, God, Marquette. Marquette. Hijack, always. Always. Love playing the old games. We lose to Marquette. 4-9 on the season. Hey, we now have highest interest in John Haley. Great potential. Playing time's not a great issue. So he does have good potential. Wants to go pro after 1 season. Has highest interest, so now's the time we're going to offer that scholarship here. And try to win him over a little bit. From there, nobody else has stepped up towards that 3-star caliber level. Nobody has. It's 5 points, 4 rebounds a game. 6 points a game. Howard's at 7. Doug Norton, 14 points a game, still looking pretty good. Poe's at 11, so it's looking like Norton and Poe are going to be our top 2 targets. It's going to be a little bit expensive to make a long-distance telephone call, but damn it, we'll do what we have to do. Oh, the old Red Wolves. We win that one and have officially moved into conference play in January of 2014. Since they'll play basketball better than football. No. No. I mean, especially revamped and the work that's been put into that. That game's fucking incredible. Alright. So basically the midway point of the season. Alabama, the defending national champions, 13-0. Still the #1 team in the nation. You got the Hoosiers, Texas, Minnesota, Kentucky, West Virginia, Cincinnati, Oklahoma State, Ohio State, and Duke as the top 10. Georgetown's a perfect 11-0. Got Syracuse getting back up there. Wake Forest round out the top 25. For us at this stage and the stats that we have, unsurprisingly, Steiner, our leading scorer, but the offense has been a little bit better, but we thrive in the paint. We really do. 7 rebounds a game for Steiner and Dynasty as well, so not bad. 5 assists per game for Wally. So it's not bad, but man, it needs to be better. And it needs to get better right here and right now with these conference games. So the Binghamton Bearcats are up first. And we win 94-67. Decent little statement win. We have New Hampshire and Hartford on back-to-back days. So recruitment-wise, we were looking at Norton and Poe. Norton's top school. It's us right now. Honestly, let's make that jump. We're going to offer him a scholarship. And Theo Poe has also been doing pretty well. Can't offer him a scholarship yet, but we'll send him that letter of interest and try to get there. Those two guys have kind of jumped up as the top two dudes in terms of the forwards. And then power forward-wise, 7 points a game, 3 rebounds, 11 points a game, nearly 12, and 4 rebounds. A couple of blocks per game still for Goldberg. Mosley, 8 points, 2 rebounds. O'Donnell at 12 points a game so far. You got Michael Sweeney, no doubt. 12 points a game, 3 blocks, almost 8 rebounds. That's our guy. That is our guy. Let's talk to him a little bit. And then Brian Winter, 8.7 rebounds a game. Honestly, I think we're looking at Fry here too. Send him an official letter of interest. All right, New Hampshire and Hartford over the next week. The Wildcats, we win. Hartford Hawks, we win. So we're 3-0 so far in conference play. That helps quite a bit. Quite a bit indeed. 6'9" it's not the most undersized for a power forward. He'd be undersized for a center. All right. So nobody obviously has commit there. But it was Fry on his 12 points. We're not in his top schools yet. And unfortunately, it's going to be pretty goddamn expensive points-wise to get him there. But we are listed in highest interest. So honestly, I think we just go for it. Offer him the scholarship because we need to be kind of careful with our points. Michael Sweeney does have us listed there. We'll offer him a scholarship as well. At forward, Doug Norton immediately signs. Beautiful. He was looking like the best of the bunch. And Theo Poe, I'm going to offer him a scholarship again because he didn't really do anything. And at point guard, John Haley also signed, the only 3-star we've had available to us that we know of so far. So we got a forward already. We do still need to bring in a power forward. But so far, the recruitment's actually gone pretty well. We got Binghamton one more time, and we beat them twice. We win both games. And are 4-0 in the conference so far. Which was where we knew our season could kind of turn around. Needs to stay that way. We're back up to 500 on the season. We got him. Ade Fry, and Michael Sweeney have both signed. Fucking beautiful. We also get Norton and Poe and John Haley. We're done. We had 5 scholarships, and it looks like we have gotten the best 5 of the bunch. It looks like it. I would love to scout out these dudes even more to know for sure. But at the same time, we still have 68 points left to be able to keep people if they want to leave. Achilles, no rules for it. Just try to win. The challenge is we're taking a team that has never had a successful basketball program in the University of Maine. Why? Because I'm from fucking Maine. Like, that's why. My girlfriend went to that school. We do lose our first conference game against Baltimore. So we're back under 500. Not the team I would have liked to have seen us lose to. And honestly, yeah, we can just focus on the games now. We got the BU Terriers, Stony Brook, and then the Terriers again to kick off March. This is a big run for us. First game against BU, we win by 4. Stony Brook, we lose by 17. And we pull off the double over the Terriers again. So we're back up to 500 at 11-11. And are currently tied with BU for the top of the conference in terms of winning percentage. Obviously, we pulled off the double over them. So we have the tiebreaker. So we're in a decent run here, but we still need to be careful. Still need to be careful. Again, the winner of this conference does get the automatic bid, guaranteed a spot in the tournament. We got Vermont and Albany in the next week. We beat Vermont by a point and lose to Albany by 5. Damn. Stony Brook and Baltimore. One more time. Let's see. Stony Brook. Won't be able to see the result for a minute. Can we beat Albany, or are they going to pull off the double? We crushed them on the road. Beautiful. Stony Brook the week before. We won that game as well. So we have 4 games left this season. 4 games left. BU right now, though, is atop the conference. I really do want that number 1 seed. Man, Binghamton is 0-14 in the conference. They are terrible this year. So we're in a war right now for these top seeds. We got Albany, New Hampshire, Hartford, and Vermont. We lose to Albany. We lose to New Hampshire, and there goes the number 1 seed. Hartford, we do win. Scholarship-wise, we know we're good. So the question is, when we play Vermont, what seed are we playing for? It won't be the number 1 seed. The Terriers are going to win it. The Terriers are going to win it. More than likely. We win and we secure at least the top 3 spot. Yeah, the Terriers look like they got it locked down rather than Albany. So we won't have the number 1 seed. We do beat Vermont, but we will be a top 3 seed in the conference tournament, which isn't the worst case scenario. So at the end of the season, Duke finishes the regular season as the number 1 team in the nation. With Ohio, Texas, Indiana, Stanford, Syracuse, Cincinnati, Maryland, Alabama, the defending champions, and Oklahoma as your top 10. DePaul at 17th. First time we've seen them that far up there. Mississippi State at 24. In terms of the conference standings, we do finish 3rd. We missed out on tiebreaker to Albany. But all in all, not too bad, but we do know our road to the conference final will likely have to go through Albany. So that is the question. Just how will this team do? We'll get a look at our player stats here at the end of the regular season. Gunther Steiner led the way again. Phenomenal season for him. Again, it's the big men. Like that's been the key for us. It's been the key for us. Let's get the ball down low and hope for the best. But I can't say that I'm incredibly optimistic. But who knows? Last season we had no hopes at all. We made the tournament for the first time.